Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon, everyone. It's Amanda with the Content Marketing Institute. Thank you so much for joining me for our Monday Ask the CM World Community live stream. You can find us here about every other Monday at noon Eastern in the US. And each time we dive into a new topic with a super awesome guest from our CM World community. All right. Raise your hand if this is true in your organization when it comes to creating content for the sales cycle. Your sales and marketing often kind of struggle to get on the same page. The marketing team understands the sales strategy, but isn't necessarily supportive of it. And the sales team understands the marketing strategy, but usually disagrees with it. Well, today we're diving into why it might be better for those two teams to kind of work together to create better content for the sales cycle. So this live stream is brought to you by the Content Marketing Institute. We are the leading training and education organization for all things content marketing. We run the biggest content marketing event in the world, Content Marketing World, but we also have a much smaller event coming up, Content Tech Summit in San Diego in March. And I don't know about you, my computer says it's 23 degrees here, so San Diego in March sounds super lovely. And today is our last day to register for that to get the early bird rates. So if you head over to content.tech, you can find some more information about that. And of course, for CMI, you can head over to contentmarketinginstitute.com to see our daily articles. All right, everyone. As you know, if you're checking in today, let me know. Give me a virtual wave. Let me know where you are joining us from. Say hello. It really makes for a more engaging live stream, and all of you, chat with us. Send us your questions and comments as well. I see Lisa already checking in, so I'd love to see where you are joining us from. All right, so question of the day. How do your sales and marketing teams work together on sales enabling content? I would love to hear from you. Are you guys, you got a good strategy, good cohesive working relationship, or are you struggling a little bit? Share with us in the chat. Hello, Ellie. She says hello as well. So thank you for joining us. All right, the ability to produce high-performing sales enabling content starts with a smooth transition, as I said, or smooth collaboration, as I said, with sales and marketing. But, the two are often at odds. And we recently released an ebook with DemandScience about how to overcome the knowledge gaps, the strategic disconnects, the process-related obstacles, all those things that prevent these two teams from working well together to create this kind of content. Today, we're going to dive into this relationship, and let's see how we can grow a stronger pipeline for your organization. All right, today's guest, enough of me. Today's guest is Anna Eliot. She is a Senior Director of Marketing at DemandScience. She has more than 10 years of traditional and digital marketing experience with a passion for driving brand awareness and lead generation. And at DemandScience, she's responsible for bringing their brand story to life and their product offerings. So hello, Anna. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hello. Thank you for having me today.
Is it like 23 degrees where you are? Because it is for me.
It's too cold. It's too cold. That's for sure.
Last week when I was working, it said 7 degrees. So I feel a little bit better. This week we're in the 20s. So I will take it. We have people joining us from all over. We have Ellie from Lebanon joining us, Nicolette. She's eager to hear what others say about creating sales enabling content. We have some people from LA, from Houston, Texas. So thank you all for joining us. All right, let's get started here. Anna, why is it so important for the sales and the content marketing to be aligned, especially since this pandemic has started?
Well, honestly, I think it's always been important for sales and content marketing to align. The pandemic starting has really just shown a spotlight on the need that on the fact that there needs to be alignment. I think it's really about how you want to reach your customers and how you want to talk to your customers, and having alignment between the content production teams, the teams that are deciding the strategies, what they're going to develop and what they're going to write about, and the end users, the salespeople who are actively talking to your potential customers is just so super important. Getting that alignment can be challenging for a lot of organizations. Marketing departments have been really pivoting towards digital marketing strategies for some time now. So we're a little bit more attuned to what has to happen from that perspective so that we can produce content quickly and meet customers where they live online. And making sure that the sales has that agility as well is extremely important, especially since COVID, because we've started to lose that face-to-face interaction that sales organizations are used to having, either through in-person events or through in-person meetings. Now is our chance to really get that alignment together so that they can better understand how to reach out on like social media platforms, or what content they need to provide when doing email outreach.
If you're just joining us, Anna Eliot here with DemandScience, and we are talking about how to get sales and marketing on the same page to create, build a stronger pipeline with content. So what are some of the causes of this misalignment between sales and marketing?
I think some of the big causes are kind of strategic alignment. So, each department really has their own goals. What does the content marketing team need to have accomplished with content? What is the marketing overall goals that need to happen with content? And then sales has 9 times out of 10, it's going to be strict revenue goals. So getting strategic alignment between the two teams is really key. And one of the ways that I know our organization does it is through aligning our KPIs. We need to make sure that we're producing content that meets the needs from an organic search or from our email outreach and social media activities, also meets the need of our sales individuals who are reaching out to people by email and phone calls. So getting aligned there, I think, is really, really important. And it's often a big obstacle, kind of bridging that gap between the two teams. And I think one of the things that kind of nets out from that too is a miscommunication about how you talk about the alignment, or how you talk about your prospects or the content and things along those lines. We've seen that, I've seen that throughout my career, that I use one word that is common within the marketing world, and the sales organization utilizes another word. So getting alignment on even just the language that's used internally can help a lot. And looking at the ability to align language, not just internally, but the way that you talk to your customers, so that they're always hearing the same words and things along those lines from marketing and from a sales perspective. I think also one of the big things that COVID's really pushed everybody to pay attention to is that we can no longer have these kind of siloed technology stacks. Sales and marketing both perform best when all of us have a data share that's going on. So all of these activities that are taking place from the marketing side, we're grabbing email engagement numbers. We see what content people are accessing. We know what webinars they're attending, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The sales organization, they are on the calls with these prospects. They know the words they're using, what they're saying, what their challenges are, what their pain points are. So getting all of that information into one location so that everybody has access to it, and really start aligning stories for various stages of the buying cycle is really key, and also a challenge.
That's right. That's right. What has worked for you on your end? Like, do you kind of get everyone on a call and you're all around the table and you're working things out, and does that get ugly? Or what, in your experience, how has that worked? I'm just curious.
I think it goes down to structure, right? It's people having the dedicated job of making sure on the marketing side that we're communicating effectively what we're doing, why we're doing it, and how we're doing it, and having somebody on the sales side to catch that. That's where that sales enablement role, that team, really becomes pivotal for organizations, making sure that those two teams are coming into alignment. And what we've done, the experience that I've had, is kind of getting ourselves around that Zoom table, so to speak, that video conference table, and starting at the very top. It's not just we're doing this and the other team going, well, we're doing this. It's coming together, aligning our goals, figuring out what those shared KPIs are going to be, and then sharing the information, the insights that we have from our respective activities to come and align together to say, what's the next campaign going to be? What's the next initiative to be? Hey, sales team, you need to, or sales enablement, it'd be great to train the sales organization that this huge initiative we're working on, these are the type of activities we're expecting. And this is the kind of things we're telling, these prospects that we're feeding into the lead machine. And then the sales team saying, this is what we're hearing back when they come into our sales cycle. Maybe we need to pivot and switch here. So it's a lot of give and take. It's almost like a new team altogether.
Mm-hmm. All working together, right?
Yes.
It's so important. I mean, I know you know that, but it's so important to get that content right. And everybody wants it, right? It's just making sure you're getting the right piece to the right, person at the right time. So we have
Absolutely.
everyone joining it. We have people from Salt Lake City, Winnipeg, San Francisco, South Africa. So people from all over us joining us today, Anna. As always, if you guys have a question, please feel free to drop it into the comments. Okay, what kind of sales enablement content do you think is most effective?
Well, it depends on the scenario.
Very broad question.
I know, right? Well, it really is true. What's most effective for our organization could be completely different for somebody else. What we found is that we like to be aligned through the entire buying cycle. So something that you would think traditionally would only live in the marketing realm, such as awareness level outreach that could be blog articles or social media outreach and things along those lines. I think that's pivotal for the sales enablement teams to work with the broader sales teams to not only be aware that it's happening, but to activate it from the sales organization as well. Marketing shares a lot of, hey, get to know us, we exist, we see your problems and we can help you address them. Having that information shared to the sales team so that they can put it in their own voice and utilize it to reach out to their prospects as well is very, very valuable. Now, when it comes to getting people to really convert, I think everybody would agree it's that traditional bottom of the funnel. It's that deal closing content that is so pivotal when sales and marketing teams align, and a lot of times it's common across all industries. What are the case studies? People who are actively thinking about purchasing your product want to make sure that they're making the right decision. Are you going to make my life easier? How are you going to make my life easier? And how have you done it for others like me before? So yes, case studies, testimonials, video testimonials, reviews, that type of content, it can't just live out there in the ether anymore. People are actively finding those things within their own research, which, as we all know, usually happens way before they are ready to talk to a salesperson. But what we found from the content perspective, from the marketing perspective, is that we can coalesce that information in easy to read formats and in ways that enable our sales organization to share them at a faster rate, to address certain pain points or issues that their client has brought up. Having that flexibility to share that really decisional information, I think is key.
Great. And we have so much here. Let me pop it up. That ebook that we put together for building a stronger pipeline. There's some really great information in there as well, more than we've touched on here. We really go in depth. So if you're really looking for some help with this, aligning your teams so you can create that content, there's the link there. You can also just go to Content Marketing Institute and look under resources. And we have our ebooks there. Anna, thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate it. And this super cold day for joining us. As always, if anybody, even afterwards, if you have a question or a comment, please feel free to drop it in the chat. And of course, you can find more info on us at contentmarketinginstitute.com. And I will see all of you again probably not next Monday, but the Monday after that. And thanks again, Anna, and have a great day, everyone.
Thank you very